Hello guys, I have another update for you guys with my health journey. So I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys and just chit chat a little bit. If you saw my last update, which was my blood results, I actually told you guys that I went to go see a hematologist and that I got more blood drawn. So that's actually not here yet. Those results are still not here. So I'm still waiting on those results. I haven't gotten an iron transfusion or infusion yet. So still waiting on that. So there's going to be a third update unless they happen to call as I'm making this video. But yeah, today we're going to talk about my GI review. So what is wrong with my stomach, what they found in my stomach, and what did they do? I guess let's rewind a little bit in case you didn't watch my first video. I went to a holistic doctor, and basically what they did is they drew my blood and they did a stool test, and we're gonna basically see what's wrong with my body and what natural remedies will help my body bring it back to normal, to balance. So I showed you guys the results on that before, and now we have the results for my stomach. Now, these were backlogged like a whole month because something happened along the way, and then we had to reschedule, and then we had to reschedule again. So finally got some answers, and I cannot wait to share them with you guys. I feel like the results are gonna go by a little bit faster because it's only 3 things here instead of like a whole book. But let's start with the first thing. So there's good bacteria and bad bacteria in your body, and I had a little bit of good bacteria and a lot of bad bacteria. So we have to balance that out, which means I am taking a strong probiotic every day for 60 days, which I thought was crazy. Also, I was taking my probiotics in the morning, and I guess it wasn't doing anything. So we're taking it at night. Okay, so I do have something called leaky gut, and from my understanding is basically there's a puncture or something, not a puncture, there's a lining in your stomach that's like letting out particles from your stomach, and it's going into your bloodstream. So what that means is that, like, if you're intolerant to something and you're digesting it, that stuff is getting out into your blood system, and it could cause issues, which we will talk about that. The second thing is that I am intolerant to dairy. So I had never gotten that diagnosis. I always just thought that I was intolerant to dairy just because, like, one, I had this skin rash that would flare up when I had dairy, so that's what made me think I did, but I wasn't sure. And the results now kind of just make me be like, I was not wrong. I did think I had PCOS, and I don't. So I was wrong about that. I was self-diagnosing myself. So it can get tricky when you self-diagnose, but you know, sometimes it's like you don't have any money. So you try to do things at home, and it's totally understandable. But the moment you have insurance or you're able to see a doctor, I would suggest maybe seeing a doctor if you do think something is wrong with you. And then the last thing, oh, and disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. I am not knowledgeable on all of these things. The research I've done is strictly just my research that I've done on Google and what my doctors have told me. This is not advice. This is just my own experience, my opinions, and yeah, my story. But the biggest thing, last but not least, is that I do have Candida overgrowth. So basically, everybody's stomach has yeast, but sometimes that yeast can get out of control, and that is when they call it Candida overgrowth. Or there's another term for it, but I don't know what the term is. Anyways, so with that being said, Candida overgrowth causes a lot of symptoms, and I'm gonna name a few of them. Most of them I had, and some of them I didn't have. So, okay, for example, white tongue. If you have a white tongue, even after you brush your teeth, that's a sign of a fungal infection. So that's one. If you have an itchy scalp and it like flakes, that's two. And I had both of those. Like my scalp was always itchy, it was always flaky, and I don't know if that was the reason why I was losing a bunch of hair, but I was losing a lot of hair. If you have like any skin rashes or like skin problems, that could be another one. If you have a lot of like fungal infections like in your toes or on your nails, that's like another one. And then another big one is if you suffer from urinary tract infections, that is a big sign that you probably have this. So I didn't suffer from UTIs, but I did have like the white coating on my tongue and my scalp was extra itchy. Another thing that I did that I didn't really, I don't know if it was common, but a lot of ear infections, they just kept happening and I didn't understand why. So it could have been because of that. So then another thing, I do have like this patch right here. I don't know if you guys have watched my videos, you have seen it. It is like a red patch and it gets flaky, and then like if I'm wearing makeup over it, you could see it. It's really gross. I was thinking that that was from my dairy intolerance, because so I have a dairy intolerance, which means my body doesn't want it, and then I had the leaky gut. So then the dairy was like going into my bloodstream and it was making these like things flare up. So I really think that was the dairy doing this, because so this whole process, we kind of started in March, but I didn't really start my diet in March. I just kind of like slowed down on stuff. Like I let go of dairy, I let go of caffeine sodas. Like I was only having caffeine in the morning. And this is now the second time where like I crave milk and I drank milk. And the first time it happened, I actually shared it with you guys on Instagram. I didn't know why, but I broke out in hives here in my ears and on my chin. It was pretty bad, to the point where like I took Benadryl for like a few days and then it finally went away. And then recently, before I got the results, I had a cup of milk and I broke out in hives on my elbows this time. And so now that she was telling me about this intolerance and this leaky gut, I'm like, it all makes sense on why this happened. So yeah, that's basically what is, now I finally know everything that was out of whack in my body, and now it's the time to balance it. So with that being said, I am on day 2 of my CANDIDA diet, which basically means that I can't have any like refined sugars. Most fruits I can't eat. I can only eat berries. Vegetables and proteins are fine, but no carbs. So no sugar, no carbs, no caffeine for 30 days. So no potatoes, no white potatoes, no red potatoes, no sweet potatoes, no rice, no quinoa, none of that. I can't have any of that. My diet has to be based on like healthy fats, protein, and veggies. And it's high veggie, low protein. So I can eat the palm of my hand in protein, and then the rest of my servings have to be veggies and fruit. So I'm on day 2. I kind of want to show you guys my meals. I'll probably do like a week 1 update and show you the kind of meals that I'm eating there. Like for example, today. So today is day 2. I started off with an activated charcoal capsule that I have to take, and then I have to drink a bunch of water because that dehydrates you. So that's the first thing I can do in the morning. Can't eat, can't drink anything except water. Then an hour later, I have my first meal. Today, it's a smoothie. I made an almond milk, spinach, half avocado, and berry smoothie. And I'm gonna say the taste is not the best taste, but it also doesn't taste bad. Like, I'm almost done with it. I was able to drink it just fine. And yeah, I don't know. I think I know what I'm having for lunch. I'm probably just gonna do like an arugula and chicken salad. And I'm gonna try to switch it up, but yeah, I'm I kind of have an idea of what I'll be doing. I can still eat eggs in the morning, which is great. So I will probably be doing like a spinach omelet, maybe with some berries on the side. I don't know. But yeah, I'm super excited for this journey. I finally got some answers. So I'm really happy about that. I can't wait to keep showing you guys how I feel or the progress. I'm thinking that I'm gonna have withdrawals for sure, like because I let go of sugar and caffeine, and I've always had withdrawals before. This time around, I hope that they'll be easier because I do have a lot of supplements that I have to take throughout the day, and they're all like herbal natural supplements, so there's no medications. So there's a lot of like, well, the probiotics, the charcoal. There's this caprylic acid in coconut, and that was found. Okay, so I guess let me talk about this. So when they did my stool sample and they found that I had candida, they took a bunch of my stool and turned it into like little samples, and they used different natural supplements that are supposed to kill the candida, and they tested every single one of them to see what I was resistant to and what helped kill the candida off faster. So for me, and it could be different for everyone, that's why it's important to do these tests, is that they found that caprylic acid, which is found in coconuts, was the most effective in killing it. So that is what my supplements are based around with. So I have caprylic acid, black walnut, chicory root, berberine, which I've seen that it's really good for a candida cleanse, and some other natural supplements. So I take a bunch of supplements during the day. If you guys are interested in me showing you those, I can for sure show them to you. But yeah, I hope that I'm like more equipped with tools to not get as bad withdrawals this time, I hope. Because the last time I did it, I don't know if I told you guys, but I just tried it out like to see what I was getting myself into. And for 11 days, I didn't have any sugar or caffeine. And the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th day, so like 4 days, I had crazy headaches and I felt weak. I like couldn't do anything because I had headache, my body felt fatigued, I couldn't do anything. So I hope that I don't feel like that this time around, but I don't know. I'll keep you updated. We'll see what happens. And yeah, so that's the little update on what's going on. Hopefully I'll have the hematology, my iron infusion update on here if I happen to get it before this video goes up. If not, I might just add that in another video because it won't be like a super long update. I did mention in the last video that the doctor right away kept saying that it was my heavy periods and that I needed to go on birth control. And now that I think about it, my periods have always been heavy. Like I am the type of person that like bleeds out through whatever they were wearing. So I would always need like extra protection or even avoid doing certain things when I was on my period. They've gotten better now, or I've gotten better at controlling them. But yeah, I had so many accidents as a young adult. So now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, yeah, like maybe it is my heavy periods. But I do not want to get on birth control. That it's something that I wasn't sure of when I made the last video because I had just gotten the information. It was all just new to me, so I've had time to process. And no, the birth control is just not going to be an option for me. He did mention the copper IUD, which is a non-hormonal type of birth control, but that just like messes you up in other ways, and then it gives you like heavier periods. So I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. So, and then the hormonal IUDs, then they will just mess with my hormones, and my hormones are already out of whack, and I'm doing something to like make them go back into balance. So no, the answer to that is I will not be doing this. If I need another iron infusion in 10 years, I'm open to doing it again. So yeah, that's my answer. I haven't talked to them yet. They haven't called me. I did see my results in the portal, but I don't know if now they're doing some kind of testing. Maybe, I'm guessing maybe they're doing some kind of testing to see what makes my levels go up. Maybe that's why they haven't called me. I don't know, but it's been like 2 weeks and I haven't heard anything from them. So I will keep you guys updated on that. And yeah, I will let you guys know how this diet is going. I will post a video here of my weight as of today. I am currently 194 pounds, and that is in the morning before I eat anything. So we'll see how that changes throughout these 30 days. I am hoping to lose weight, but if I don't, it's okay. And sorry guys, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but this is itchy and I'm talking and it's like, it's making it itch even more. But okay, I think that was my little update for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions about anything you would like to know. Again, I'm not a doctor, but I can answer questions based on my symptoms, my opinions, my history. I can help you guys with that. But as far as like medical advice, obviously can't give you that. And yeah, I am excited for this new journey and I cannot wait to see how we feel at the end of 30 days. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Bye guys.